Yo, what's going on, everyone? My name is Cody Jones, and today I'm going to be doing an artist review. Now, before I say anything, again, some of the videos that have already come out are already scheduled, like a little bit before I'm even recording anything. So it's been a while since I've really done a whole lot of recordings, except for some videos that came out just 3 days prior. So honestly, man, I'm really excited to talk about this dude because yesterday was the birthday of one of hip hop's greatest and most iconic godfathers of gangster rap. Y'all motherfuckers know who he is. He goes by none other than, you know who, Easy motherfucking E. And honestly, man, I'm really excited to talk about this artist review because I have been a fan of this dude for a very long time. And you know what? I figured what better way to honor the late great than do an artist review of not only his two albums, but also of the N.W.A. albums. Because it's not just Eazy-E that we're going to be reviewing. It's Eazy-E and the iconic America's Most Dangerous Group, N.W.A. So, before we get into that, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Also, episodes of the J&D podcast are coming out this Sunday. Be on the lookout for that, baby. We are returning with new episodes again. And I have a new episode coming out 2 Sundays later. I don't really have it scheduled out yet as I'm recording this, but it's most likely gonna be on Sunday. Let me fucking check my schedule. Sunday 16th. Yeah, so that's when this episode is gonna be coming out, Sunday 16th, where I'm gonna be talking to my guy, my dude, my friend, the YouTuber, Stephen M. Green. So, big, big things coming back in, man. New episodes dropping again. New videos are coming back again. I'm back to recording in this bitch. And honestly, man, let's just fucking get into it. Starting off with, god damn it, I'm completely fucking lost with everything. It's been a while since I've been doing any recordings as of lately, man. So, oh god damn it, all the hell. It's, again, man, it's been a while since I've fucking done any recordings, man. Alright, so the album that we are going to be discussing is N.W.A.'s album, which is called, starting off with the very first album that ever came out, and the one album that got everyone jumping and raving and losing their minds. Here it is with N.W.A.'s very first album, Straight Outta Compton. And honestly, man, I'm already going to give this shit a fucking 10 out of 10 because not only is this the very first album that gave gangster rap the sound that we all know, but I completely forgot what the fuck I meant to do. Because here's the thing, before I even do more album reviews, let's just get into the very origin of N.W.A. and Eazy-E. N.W.A., the unapologetically violent and sexist pioneers of gangster rap, are in many ways the most notorious group in the history of rap, emerging in the late 80s when Public Enemy had rewritten the rules of hardcore rap by proving that it can be intelligent, revolutionary, and socially aware. N.W.A. capitalized on PE's sonic breakthroughs while ignoring their message. Instead, the five-piece crew celebrated the violence and hedonism, hedonism of the criminal life, capturing it all in blunt, harsh language. Initially, the group's relentless attack appeared to be serious, vital commentary, and they even provoked the FBI to caution N.W.A.'s record company. But following Ice Cube's departure in the late 1989, the group began to turn self-parody with the high-pitched whine. Eazy-E's urban nightmares now seemed like comic book fantasies, but ones that fulfilled the fantasies of the teenage white suburbanites who had become the hardcore audience, and the group became more popular than ever. Nevertheless, clashing egos prevented the band from recording a third album, and they fell apart once producer NWA once producer Dr. Dre left for a solo career in 1992. Although N.W.A. were no longer active, their influence from their funky bass-driven beats to their exaggerated lyrics was evident throughout the 90s, while their story was told in the critically acclaimed 2015 film Straight Outta Compton. And honestly, man, this is one of the biggest groups that ever broke through walls that a whole lot of people built up. And not only that, with the sound and the songs such as Straight Outta Compton, talking about the lifestyles that they lived through, and Fuck the Police, which really gave a magnified look at the police brutalities, the police harassment, and the murders, including around the time of the Rodney King beatings in 1992. So, with songs such as Fuck the Police, it really gave everyone a view of the ugly, harsh realities of not only Compton, but every other, like, inner city struggles, like in every single hood in so many different places, such as Detroit, such as Cleveland, such as Chicago. It's like so many different hoods that went through the same shit, and even Brooklyn, New York, and so many other different hooded areas. NWA gave everyone a voice and let them know, hey, you got police troubles in your area as well as we do. Only difference is we're not afraid to let it be known. And honestly, that is one of the most greatest things that NWA has ever brought into the music industry. And honestly, ironically, the original incarnation NWA were hardly revolutionary. Eazy-E was a former drug dealer who started Ruthless Records with money he earned by pushing drugs. Dr. Dre, born Andre Young, a member of the world-class Wrecking Crew, and Ice Cube, aka O'Shea Jackson, began writing songs for Ruthless. Eazy-E tried to give one of the duo songs, such as Boys in the Hood, that they showed in the movie, which was perfectly done. Tried to give one of the duo songs, Boys in the Hood, to Ruthless signees HBO, and when the group refused, Eazy-E formed NWA, an acronym for Niggas with Attitude, with Dr. Dre and Cube adding world-class Wrecking Crew member DJ Yella, also known as Antoine Carabee, and the Arabian Prince, the motherfucking ruthless villain, DOC, and MC Ren. So, with such background and such history that NWA created, there's completely history made out of everything that they done, everything that they recorded, and everything that they shown. From music videos to all-time greatest hits to fucking one-hit wonders that completely blew up and made even more hits. So before we get into Straight Outta Compton, we're also going to be getting into Eazy-E's music, such as Easy Does It. And honestly, man, with this 1988 song under his name, Easy Does It, it blew up enormously as well, including with songs such as Ruthless Villain that MC Ren did. Boys in the Hood, which became one of the biggest songs to ever blow up. Easy Does It. We Want Easy and the We Want Easy remix. These songs blew up enormously as well as Boys in the Hood did. So not only did Eazy-E make a whole album in his name, he made an album in N.W.A.'s name. It's like two separate projects all dropping in the same year. So Easy Does It and Straight Outta Compton blew up enormously, including with songs from the Straight Outta Compton album, such as the song Straight Outta Compton, Fuck the Police, Gangsta Gangsta, 8 Ball, Express Yourself, and finally, Dope Man. These songs blew up as well, and it really made hip hop one of the greatest and most popularized genre in the music industry. So we're already going to give Easy Does It and Straight Outta Compton fucking 10 out of 10, because these albums are historically iconic. And then after that, N.W.A completely broke up with Ice Cube going solo because of issues that he had with Jerry Heller. And I'll probably get into his uh, discography review another time. Because again, I got a bunch of other artists that I have planned out. With the 1990 album 100 Miles of Running, there was sadly only 5 songs in it, but 5 songs was plenty. Especially with the song 100 Miles of Running, Surprise Part 2, and the Ice Cube diss song Real Niggas. And that song completely created a whole beef between Cube and N.W.A, which gave Cube the opportunity to write the diss song called No Vaseline, which in my opinion really fucked up and literally demolished N.W.A. They did not respond after that shit. And then after that, the album Niggas for Life, which is completely spelled backwards, even if you look it up, the album is spelled backwards. This album, I was not really all that digging very much. I wasn't really feeling it. I mean, despite the fact that it's only 18 songs, I was not digging this one. This was probably the one album that I did not care at all for. I mean, I can't even think of. I guess Real Niggas was the only one song that I did like on it, but there wasn't really by much. After that, N.W.A completely broke off. Cube, he's doing Lynch Mob. Dre, he left Death Row. And after that, Dre and E had an issue, and Eazy-E went back to just going his own direction, which created the album which created albums such as 5150 Home for the Sick. This one I did not really care for, so we're just gonna skip this shit. It wasn't really all that great. After that, After that, Dre and E had issues. They had a fallout, and it gave Eazy-E no other option but to create the album, which blew up, called "It's On Dr. Dre 187 Killer," and it literally says 187 killer. You know, it's like you gotta look up the album and shit. But this song was a huge hit as well. Like, including with songs such as Real Motherfucking G's, Any Last Words, and finally, It's On. I mean, out of 8 songs, I enjoyed a lot of them, including the intro. Like, it really, I love the intro because it just gave that the intro that we needed, you know, to let everyone know that Dr. Dre fucked up. And for that, you gave me no choice but to make this album. This album is because of you. Which immediately jumped into the song Real Motherfucking G's with BG Knockout and and um, Dresta something. I don't remember the dude's name. It was like Dresta something. But this album, I'd give this one a. Huh, I mean, out of 8 songs, I've only liked 6 of them. 6 out of 8. So this album was amazing as well. So honestly, I'd give this album a B. You know, this one was amazing. It was dope. It was definitely a project that no one will ever forget. So I'd give this one a 9 out of 10. You know, a solid 9 because it's huge. It was amazing, but it really like it was a really dope album. Is all I'm saying. And finally, 1996. This was a year after Eazy-E was pronounced dead and died from AIDS in 1995. No one really knows how he contracted AIDS. Some people speculate that it was Suge, and a lot of other people speculate because of how many times Eazy-E liked having sex. And believe me, it really showed even in the movie how often he really had sex. So he he couldn't stop, you know. But as to how he really had AIDS, no one really knows, you know, because again, it was it was all speculation, you know. But a lot of people do say that Suge was involved. I mean, even to a point to where he joked about it on Late Night with Jimmy Kimmel, I think it was. I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimmel. It might have been some other late night show. I know that he made a joke about it though. And honestly, with this album, straight off the streets of motherfucking Compton, and this album was like huge all over the nation, especially to a point of like showing advertisements and commercials, like just showing off the trailer for the final album. And it was amazing. You know, it's like it was really dope. I personally enjoyed it. I mean, and I even looked up the trailers for both The Chronic and Straight Off the Streets. Both of these were really dope. So, honestly, there was a lot of really huge songs on this one as well, including with the two, including with the first song, First Power. The second song, Old School Shit, featuring Gangsta Dresta, BG Knockout, and Silk. And then there were songs such as Sorry Louie. I didn't really care for it all that much. I mean, it was cool. But I don't know, it just wasn't really all that great. Just to let you know, this was my shit when I first heard this. Just to let you know, was one of the dopest I've heard. I personally like this one. Sipping on a 40, which featured Gangsta and BG Knockout. This song was really dope, and it was also really funny because they sampled this song off of a war song called Slipping in the Darkness. But instead of that, they called it Sipping on a 40. Like, basically, a whole song talking about, like, going to a liquor store, getting a 40, getting some zigzags, and, like, it was a whole interesting, like, song about just going to the liquor store and getting shit. And I don't know, I think that this one was pretty dope. The motherfucking real, not really all that crazy for this song. The beat was kind of bland. I didn't really care for it all that much. Featuring MC Ren, but the song was dope. You know, it really had that like slow, mellow like sound to it. Licking, sucking, fucking. I'm not even going to talk about this one. I didn't really care for a lot of these songs. My Baby's Mama. This one was pretty. Didn't really care all that much. Creepin' Cold. This one was pretty decent. It was a pretty interesting song. What Would You Do featuring Dirty Red. This one was pretty decent as well. It was alright. I liked it. I mean, it was what it was. You know, it was a pretty cool song. I mean, there were a few parts where like he was talking about how corrupt should leave death row, talking about how Snoop Dogg can suck his dick and how Dr. Dre can go fuck himself. Like the whole song, he's just rapping about death row and everyone there, but also like letting everyone know like you guys can leave death row and join Ruthless. Leave them other hoes behind and shit. You know, so What Would You Do was pretty decent. The beat was pretty okay. And then finally, this song, it did not have Eazy-E, but in a way it did. Because this song was called Eternal E, which was a song that DJ Yella did in honor of Eazy-E, which was mostly his beat and his production and DJ mixing mixed with like Eazy-E's words on everything about the music and hip hop in general, and it was a really good song. You know, it really was a very touch and go kind of outro to the album. But aside from this 1996 album, um, I'd give it a 4 out of 10. I mean, it was cool. It had some good songs on it, but not really all that great to even mention. But there is no doubt that after everything that Eazy-E been through, after everything that N.W.A has been through, these guys will forever go down in history as one of the greatest rap groups and one of the greatest MCs to ever touch the mic. And honestly, I mean, perhaps it was a good thing that they split it off, you know, because without Cube, we wouldn't have West Side Connection, no Mac 10 or Dub C. Without Dre going to death row, we probably wouldn't have All Eyes on Me or Snoop Dogg or Nate or any of them, you know? So maybe it was great that they split it off and went solo for a bit, you know? Because they created these MCs that we all know today. And without Death Row, Dre probably wouldn't even have made Aftermath, which would have introduced the world to Game, to 50, to Eminem, to countless other amazing musicians now. So, despite everything that went down, Eazy-E is by far one of the most iconic artists in hip hop, along with N.W.A. So, I would say that all these songs will forever be timeless, and these songs will forever be eternal. But other than that, that about does it for today's video. It feels really good to be back into recording again. I'm probably not going to be recording like several videos a week or anything, but I'll certainly be recording videos. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know your favorite Eazy-E or N.W.A song. And let me know what you think of these artist reviews, because I love diving into the reviews of artists that I listen to, that I admire, that I look up to, that I enjoy bumping on a day-to-day basis. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever a video drops, and subscribe down below. You'll know that subscribe when that red subscribe button is no longer red. Y'all know what the fuck to do. You guys know the algorithms and how everything is done. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace. And again, be sure to stay tuned this Sunday for the very first episode of the J&D podcast. We're back. Also, I've uploaded podcast episodes onto the channel, so you guys can just listen to them on this channel for now. So, yeah, that about does it, man. Anyways, this is the longest outro I've done yet. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.